Sometimes I'm really thankful for these summary channels because it means that I don't have to go through the entire nonsense that she put out in order to react to it. Um, and apparently she has to put out content like every goddamn day. So I was definitely not watching around for Foodie Beauty yesterday. I was watching the playoff games with my boyfriend, eating beer brats and missing part of the game because we kept playing with each other and having a good time. But I had a lovely Sunday, and it did not involve this bitch whatsoever, which was wonderful. But now I've awakened on Monday to this crap that she put out on Sunday, I guess.
Well, Chantel has been up to some not.
And thank you, Cat Snaps, for being the channel that captured this. I already looked at Gorlick Bread's coverage. Well, he does more of like a verbal recap. She hates him anyway. It doesn't really matter. She can't get over herself because she can't understand why the React channels get more views than she does. And she's really not getting that many views, so I don't know how like her channel is not really sustainable, but let's see how this goes, right?
Sense. Let's check it out. Starting with her Q&A, where she basically deflects and doesn't answer any of the questions. In fact, she changes several of the questions, so we're just going to focus on the two most important things she said in the whole stream.
If you end up too ill or bedbound and become unable, these are like the dumbest questions I've ever read in my life. This is, I know.
So this entire story arc that's coming up was on purpose. It's a made up bullshit. Because she got that question in her Q&A, she decided to say, this is what it's gonna look like if I'm bedbound, right? This woman is not hurt. In fact, she's deflecting away from the fact that her husband had to have a surgery. A pilonidal sinus is when you have an ingrown hair near your tailbone, and it starts growing in towards your spine, and you have to have it surgically removed. This is not an uncommon procedure. So I know a lot of people want to make fun of him for having ass surgery, but it's actually not that uncommon for something like this to happen. And basically it causes an area that is the sinus that is draining like white blood cells, because it's like growing inward, and so there's like kind of like what looks like a big zit that starts draining out the pus, and you have to have that surgically removed. Now, this is not something that you don't have to go under for this. This is like a local anesthetic type of thing. So it's not a really scary procedure that he's going to be going through, but he will not be able to sit or lie on his back for probably anywhere between 3 to 5 days. And so the idea that she potentially had him massaging her every 2 hours on Saturday, I don't think he would have done it. If he knew he was about to go into surgery, he was in that much discomfort from the situation that he was going through and he was about to get surgery for, I think it's impossible that she was getting massaged every 2 hours.
Why I'm annoyed is because I know where this comes from, because reaction channels will sit there on panels for 2 hours talking about contriving these stupid theories. If you end up too ill or bedbound and become unable to make YouTube videos, what's your backup plan to make enough money to continue living how you are without issue? Listen, if I become bedbound, which won't happen because I literally just did a video of walking, but okay. If I become bedbound for some reason, then YouTube would be the easiest form of making money, would it not? I mean, you just have to lay there. I'm sitting here. I can lay there and also talk to you guys and go
Lie there. I hate it when people use inappropriate grammar. You know, the thing is, Chantel, if you really love this guy, why are you trying to upstage him with a fictitious disorder that you've made up in your head right before he has to go in for surgery and you might actually need to assist him? Have you ever considered that? That if he's your husband and he's just gone through surgery and he's now going to have a gaping hole with gauze in it that he has to keep clean and make sure that it heals properly, because they don't stitch it up. They leave it open until it closes on its own. Don't you think you're being a little bit selfish in the fact that you should actually be taking care of your husband right now? But oh yes, you definitely know how to tell people how to take care of their children, right?
live or whatever. But I'm not the type of person who like sits here and thinking, what if? No, I live my life and don't worry about that.
And we're about to see how that pans out for her within 24 hours. But back to the desperation at hand.
Really pursued a man, like to the point where it ruined my life.
Ma'am, you've done it twice. Once with Nader and now with Salah. Congratulations.
I've never really pursued a man.
Like we all didn't see the last year in Canada, and then when you flew to Kuwait to be with your paid manservant Salah. Yeah, girl.
I definitely love Salah, and I fell in love, and that wasn't planned. It's not something that I planned. It's not like I was like, oh, I need a man.
Girl, you literally did a stream called Who Wants Canadian Citizenship, and then you met Salah.
Asked me to marry them, like instantly. Like, do you want to get married? I love you. Want to get married? And I know it's because they want citizenship, so this is why. Oh well, I mean, whatever.
Well then, why are you lying about it now? Why are you lying, girl? If this was the goal in the first place, I'm just gonna, get a man based on his need for papers. And hopefully he'll fuck me once in a while, right? But that's probably not happening. The idea that you're being intimate with anybody is ridiculous. Come on.
Very hot. Very hot.
She lies too much.
Oh my God.
I don't need a man. I want a man.
Yeah, girl, we all know you do.
So cute. I do have a clothing bees. So
She was on a desperate hunt specifically for...
She was literally just saying on her other live stream or video or whatever it was that she's not materialistic and she has a clothing bees. Okay. And I was in response saying I haven't bought anything in 4 years. It was 4 years ago that I bought a pair of jeans, couple pairs of jeans, at the very beginning of the pandemic. And this woman is like, you guys are all so materialistic. Oh, really? Okay, girlfriend.
brown man with ulterior motives. She's a lie. Scatman's getting his butt surgery today, so wishing you well, Scatman. Can't wait for you to come back and send more text to Kybella.
That's not nice, you guys. It's a fairly normal thing that happens, especially as you get older. And he's a lot younger than me, but he's a hairy dude, okay? And it's a pretty common thing that happens. And it does have to be taken care of. It has to be surgically removed. But the fact that his wife is more concerned about faking sciatica than actually taking care of her husband after a surgery is shocking.
It's a pinched nerve. Hi, Talia. Okay, listen. Hi, everybody. If I didn't get to say hi to you guys, I gotta tell you what happened, okay?
Okay.
So, shortly after I went for that 3K walk, I felt fine the next day. And then I think the day after, I don't know what happened. I had a flare up. Like, really bad. Like, so I did talk to a doctor about it. I did see a doctor.
You're still not describing it like sciatica. Sciatica is where you take a step and you have like an electric shock that goes up and down your leg. Okay? It's a pinched nerve. It's not something that's constantly going on where you're going to feel it at all moments. You're totally not describing this correctly.
Because, well, that's kind of what I've been missing. Just like, I've been busy, but also like health problems a bit. Mm-hmm. This stupid thing. So I'm like, I can't ignore it anymore. I have to get
I swear to God, you guys, she came up with the sciatica story simply so she could not take care of Salah while he's recovering from this surgery. That's how much of a lazy bitch she is. That's why she came up with this.
Basically, I'm on bed, I can't irritate it because apparently for sciatica, people are like, stretch. Apparently stretching... Oh, Jenny, hi, sorry. I'm not trying to miss anybody. I just want to get this out and then I'll say hi to you guys. So, it feels like someone shot me in the butt cheek and it's like, you ever have like a really bad Charlie horse?
That's not what it feels like. And you're talking to thousands of people who, of your audience and of your React channel audience, there are a lot of us who have actually had sciatica and know what it feels like. So for you to try and fake it is shocking. It's your behavior is just over the charts bad. The way you treat your husband, the way you treat us, the way that you treated his mistress. I mean, if you wanted out of the relationship, you should have just gotten out. But to try and fake some sort of, oh, I'm in so much pain, I can't take care of you, Salah, during your surgery. I can't help you out. I'm bedridden, right? I'm sorry.
And the pain is so bad, you're just like writhing in pain like a baby.
It's called writhing. Oh my God, you're so ignorant.
It doesn't go away. It's just like constant. And now it's bad to the point where it's throbbing. And my whole leg is almost numb down to my feet.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Go to a goddamn doctor. You're so full of shit.
Dude, but see, like, Tracy, the stretching makes it worse. I tried stretches before I saw a doctor. I'm on Celebrex twice a day.
They're gonna tell you to stretch, Chantel, so I don't know what you're complaining about. That's the only way you loosen up a pinched nerve is by doing specific physical therapy approved stretches. Oh my God, you're so dumb.
It doesn't even help that much. So, it's like a strong NSAID. It randomly disappeared. That's what I'm hoping. So they want me to try gabapentin, yeah. I know, and Lyrica, I looked that up too. Now...
Why are you always looking for drug solutions? When your solutions are eating less, exercising more, and definitely stretching.
You were shot in the butt cheek? For real? Hi, Snow Eclipse. Hi, Fernanda. Eating bad and stretching. But the stretching seems to make it worse.
No, it
now
doesn't.
that you're bedbound, stay away. I don't want to laugh, but that made me laugh.
Show me the MRI or it's a lie. And in true Chantal fashion, she does a lazy podcast from her bed where she's streaming a shining hotel.
Why is this that we're looking at the screen? Are you just doing this StreamYards? So basically, I did mention, but I'm like kind of bedbound right now. I'm staying in bed to recover from the pain of this, whatever it is with my leg. I'll call it sciatica, but the only really comfortable position I'm in that doesn't like cause more of a flare-up is laying in bed on the side that's not my sciatica.
Lying in bed. People lie, objects lay.
Side. So the sciatica is actually on my right side, and so yeah, that's why I'm like in here, and I don't want to like put an abaya and a hijab, and it's hard for me to get dressed like in the pain I'm in, so I'm in comfy PJs and just laying down.
How coincidental that this happened just in time for you not to have to help your husband after a surgery. My God, you're like the boyfriend who fucking breaks up right before a holiday.
And just being comfortable without having to worry about showing like my whole room. You know what I mean?
And by the way, someone had pointed out in a comment that when she did this live, it was midnight, but Salah apparently was not home because she claimed she was laying in bed, but it was very silent for like the whole 90 minutes that she was in this live. So where was Salah if it's midnight and he's not in bed with you? Interesting.
Here's Johnny. Remember for 13 months? We love you, girl. So do the haters who bills you pay.
So why are you using copyrighted content? Right? You're saying that React channels don't have the right to comment on things, and yet you're using Stanley Kubrick's imagery from The Shining. The hypocrisy.
Thank you, Melly. Like, even if it's so sad, I feel bad for you, Yabba and Scam, because even if you're not talking about me, you have to put a picture of me on your background. Like, where my Overlook Hotel is here, they have to put me as a picture, because otherwise people are just not going to be there. They're, and even when she's there talking about someone else, they're like, we want to talk about Foodie Beauty. So
no, what are you talking about? We're waiting for Eugenia Cooney to come back. Are you kidding me? I got way more views on my Eugenia Cooney content. Come on now.
Well, maybe I should be flattered. I don't know. But anyway.
I suppose if you want to look at it as flattery, go right ahead, girl.
You said you were going the legal route. Listen, I definitely have a legal case. Definitely.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Look, I also had stalkers and, people that were coming after me, people who were spreading rumors about me and stuff like that. I looked into suing the chief architect, if you will, and it would have been a $10,000 retainer, just the retainer, to try and pursue it. And the level of success in a case like that is slim to none, because Canada is fairly similar to the US, okay? It's not like your freedom of speech is somehow restricted in Canada, nor is it in the US. And so it's unlikely, unless it's actually so damaging that it's preventing you from getting jobs, which it's not, because your job is YouTube, right? You seem to think that you're very successful. You seem to think that you're the best looking person on YouTube, which is amazing. That's so good. You think you're gorgeous, but you have to put a ton of filters on your face. And you're certainly not gorgeous, Chantal. Lose some goddamn weight, please.
Definitely against certain people. The thing is I have to be in Canada. So, like, I'm not going to upheave my life and live in that negativity. Like, it can be so stressful going through a legal case. Are you kidding? I'm not going to go back to Canada just to go to court, for this kind of thing right now. And just no, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, girl, because you can't afford it on your YouTube coin.
But we'll see. I don't know what the future will hold, but for now I'm trying to focus on getting better,
Yeah, it's not fucking worth it. Like, why are you trying to... You should actually feel pretty proud that you built your channel up to the point where you actually have React channels. You should feel pretty proud of that accomplishment. But instead, you're turning everything into a negative at all times.
Broken record content. I know. They'll never take them down. That's why you should do a reaction channel. It would be so entertaining. I know people say, well, you don't do a reaction channel because you're not good at it. I know I can burn their asses on coal. I can do it.
Okay, high school teenager, I'm sure you can.
Trust me, it's easy. The problem is that I feel like I'm lowering myself to that level and like I'm becoming an immoral, shitty person.
You literally do this every day on live stream. You complain every single goddamn day. So what are you saying? Oh, what do you mean? I don't want to be too negative. Okay.
Or not a good Muslim when I'm talking about and gossiping about other people,
Yeah, but you do
so unless I can find a way to do it that's like humorous, the problem is these people all don't have senses of humor about themselves. They block, they cry. Go in FFG's chat, you say one thing sideways about her, she's blocking you and dissing you on Twitter for like 5 days. They just make a ton of assumptions and their audience takes it as gospel truth. I know. Like, one of my questions in the Q&A had almost 700 likes. And I know where those likes are coming from. Zombies. Like, I don't know if they share brain cells when they join the live stream, like all 4,000 of them.
What are you talking about? How did you end up skipping my question about whether or not you were actually diagnosed with sciatica or had self-diagnosed, and then within a few hours of that Q&A live stream, you were suddenly bedbound with sciatica? What a fucking coincidence.
It's like, but one of the questions was like, they think that I'm living here by myself.
Yeah, you are.
That Salah has left me and I'm just living here by myself. Like, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
How come we never hear footsteps in the background? We never hear any sort of interactions. He's part of your life, right? When I do my lives, I do them while I'm at home alone, right? But I am a single lady. Okay, all the single ladies. My boyfriend doesn't live with me. He lives 2 hours away. So I only get to see him once a week. And when I do see him, I'm not going to waste his fucking time covering your bullshit.
And all you have to do is exercise a little bit of critical thinking and boom, there you go. I mean, I don't know if people just have rose-colored glasses on. I mean, I know what that's like, and once it wears off, you're like, what the hell? When you see the truth, you see the truth. I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, it's been years, and people just assume that,
This woman she just speaks to hear herself. She just likes the sound of her own voice. And she has body is it dysmorphia or something like that. Where she actually thinks she's a lot prettier than she really is, where the rest of us have seen her with the hijab off, with the shaved head, and are connecting her to Uncle Fester. Like, I don't know how anybody could be sexually attracted to her whatsoever. I mean, I don't really get the fetish of like being into really large women that way. I'm not discounting that there's more cushion for the pushing, but she's exceeded that a bit. You know, she's a lot larger than most, you know, plus size women. And I don't think most plus size women have a giant ass gunt hanging down their legs.
Especially with me, they just think that people can never change. There's some things about me that haven't changed, sure. But there's a lot that has, you know, specifically a lot of my life circumstances, you know what I mean?
Yeah, where you live. That's the only thing that's changed. Everything else is the same. You're still a lying liar who lies. So see you next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know how.
Thank you, Cat Snaps. I'm going to take your link and make sure that when I load up my version of this, I will cite you so that you get credit. Okay?